We are making Grimdark terrain today. Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video I'm gonna show you how I made this awesome looking Grimdark terrain, and well, not this one, this will be for the future, but I mean this one.
We start our project by sketching a circle to our foam board. Now you can use any kind of measuring device. I'm using already pre-cut circle foam cylinder.
I can hear you thinking that cutting round objects from foam might be intimidating, but it's actually way easier than it seems. All it requires is to sketch an even looking round circle and then turn your temperature on your foam cutter into very much lowest 1 or 2 and slowly rotate it in your head.
Now it's time to shave off the ugly, rough factory surface from the foam, and for this I'm using box cutter knife. Now don't be afraid not to do it smoothly, because any rough texture will be later corrected with the rock. Now when you have 3 cylinders ready to go, stack them on top of each other using hot glue and skewers to lock them in place. Also cut 3 additional rectangle pieces of foam and a few flat stripes which you later stack on top of each other to make the stairs, and glue them onto the base.
Now again, this part might seem intimidating to you, but carving straight lines into round foam object is actually way easier than it seems. Key is to pull out your box cutter blade and put it on your round cut cylinder and rotate the cylinder slowly.
Now for this particular project I've decided to make just 3 layers of giant bricks, so make 2 straight horizontal lines with a box cutter knife onto each cylinder. And please make sure you don't cut yourself. Now cuts with box cutter knife are nasty and they are healing long. Look at my fingers. They have a lot of offcuts. Now it's time to imprint the tile pattern on top of the cylinders, and for that I'm using my pre-cut MDF ruler, but you can use anything which is straight. And now it's time to cut vertical lines for the bricks. Go and do it any like you want. I'm choosing kind of wider bricks because this whole project have these aesthetics of the big giant bricks, because the very old Eldritch civilization built it through black magic.
Texturing time. Now, there's a few different ways how to texture your foam. I prefer using good old rock and bash the crap out of it. And you can use also these texture rollers, which I'm using also for another projects, to further enhance your texture. So don't be afraid, grab a rock and smash the living crap out of the foam.
Anyone said rock and stone? And look at that incredible realistic rock texture we are immediately creating. Now I recommend you to alternate between smashing and rolling. Both of these are essential for creating a realistic stone texture. Once you have everything textured, now it's time to deepen your box cutter lines with a good old pencil. Now first do the horizontal lines and then go zigzag with a vertical. Just take your time and make sure every single line is targeted. Now it's the defining factor of making realistic brickwork, and that is beveling every single edge of each brick by the tool I call gouger. It's basically you are making it round, and then you are flipping few bricks out with a kitchen knife to make the uneven, ruined brick pattern. the location of the big tower, and now it's time for texturing the foundation platform. Do the same thing, smash it with a rock, and then further enhance your brick pattern with pencil, and then go with the gouger to bevel the edges. Now glue it down to your base using hot glue. Use skewers and apply hot glue and glue the big tower down. Now it's time to shave off the sharp edges of the base and basically make the size appropriate. Use box cutter knife for that, and again, please don't cut yourself, it's nasty when you do. Now cut off few bricks and glue them down on the different places, so you're creating this gradual ruined effect.
Cork bark, one of my favorite materials to use when it comes to either basing or terrain making, because it has already pre-made by Mother Nature this awesome looking rocky texture. You can get it from your local hardware stores or...
Now break your big chunk of cork bark into smaller pieces suitable for your project and just stick them in place with hot glue. Now don't be afraid, they will not the bond will be not strong, however you will further fill all the gaps with sculptor mold, so they will be locked in place more. Now glue the battlements on top of the tower. And now the fun part, gluing off the resin pieces which you printed out.
Now you might be asking, where did I get that detailed looking Cthulhu gate which I'm using for this project, or any other scenic resin pieces? Answer is, I've sculpted them myself, and all my sculpts are located on my Patreon, and you can get them just for a monthly subscription. There are literally tons of models, everything is pre-supported and it's good stuff, so please check it out.
Now is the sculptor mold stage, so mix your own sculptor mold. I recommend you to mixing yourself a bit the consistency that it's a longer drying time, so you have more time of playing around with it, because you'll be filling every single nook and cranny and gap on it. Once the sculptor mold is still drying, apply the glue and apply your gravel mixed with sand, and I recommend you to use a different grid size of your sand, so you're creating this realistic texture.
And now let's look how the terrain looks right before priming.
If you stay with me to this point, please, I kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel. It will help it grow and I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
And this is the end of part 1, and in part 2 I will guide you through the painting process of this terrain. So thank you very much for being here, and see you in the next one!